Yo, like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Just getting off live stream. Probably do a live stream around 3:30 ish. So just getting off work though. So here's a couple plays. Here's some plays or some spots that I like to help you guys throughout the day. Let me just go straight through them. All right. First game on the docket, we got Milwaukee Bucks at New York Knicks, right? We got an over under 243 in this spot. Um, New York, Giannis, right? I think last time these two teams played, he gave them 35 points. So I really know Mitchell Robinson. I love the spot for Giannis here. Don't know who they're gonna put on him. But whoever it is, I think he's in probably big trouble here, right? I don't know about if Harstein gonna get him, but it is what it is. Like I said, last time these two teams played, I think he had 30, uh, and then Damian Lillard had a nice chunk of change too. I think Damian Lillard had like 25 or 28 points. Don't quote me on that, but I could look at the numbers right here. Outlier. This is outlier. What you're looking at right here. So yeah, there was a 5th of December. He had 35 points here. So he had himself a great game there. So I couldn't talk off the points here. I like the points for Giannis. You can look at the threes and or points for Damian Lillard, right? So all the usual suspects ended up having a pretty decent game this game. So I couldn't talk off none of them, right? Jalen Brunson, I think he had 25. So like I said, this is just about like a rematch here. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, everybody, all the usual suspects are in play here in this game. He had 24. His point prop's in at 25. Um, Another prop that I like here would be, like I said, the threes for Damian Lillard are in play. So you can look at the threes for Damian Lillard, actually for Damian Lillard and uh, Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton three sitting at a 1.5 and a parlay piece right now. You can get it if you want. Just be my guest. Head to head versus this team, he's had 2 threes or better in 3 of his last 4 matchups versus this team. Last time I checked, it was a 170. Right here, it's a 163 right there. Even let's see, last 5 games, he's hit this number 2 of his last 5 games, including back-to-back games there, right? So Chris Middleton threes or his 15.5 points, they're definitely in play there, right? So let me just keep it moving because I'm going to try to zoom through this. I do have some plays already set to the side that I did at work. I thought they would transfer over from the app to the website, but it's not transferring over. But it is what it is, right? Um, the next game was those early games. The second game of those early games was the Boston Celtics and the Clippers, right? So I don't have too much for this game here. It should be a good game. I will probably be looking to live bet this one or something because I 9 times out of 10 I might be asleep or I might just be getting up and starting to stream. But yeah, this game here, I'll tell you this. There's no Kristaps Porzingis. I believe there's no Kristaps Porzingis. So I'm gonna have interest in Zubac's rebounds along with Horford rebounds if he gets to start. And I just don't think as long as White is aggressive, I just don't think they have anybody over there to guard him. So if he's aggressive, then I could see instances where he gets his points prop. Uh, James Harden. I don't know who he's gonna. What is he? I don't know who he's gonna see defensively. James Harden probably see Drew Holiday, right? So I mean, his assist prop could be in play here. I probably won't look at him for points or nothing like that, but a few rebounds, maybe some white points, and the rest of those guys, they dogs, they're gonna fight it out, right? Um, what we got here? Orlando Magic at Indiana Pacers, right? So this is a pace-up matchup for the Orlando Magics, right? We know that pace. This Indiana team is playing at the probably the fastest pace in the league right now. We can look at pace here. They're actually playing the second fastest right now. So, a lot of the totals going up. Bump to the Orlando Magic players. This is a pace-up matchup for them. Orlando Magic is playing at right around the middle of the pack at a 15 in pace. So they're definitely a pace-up matchup for them. All right. A couple plays. Let me see who do I have here. You can look at PRAs or whatever the case may be. Rebounds and assists is where I was really, really looking at for Franz Wagner. Rebounds plus assists. And like I say, if you like this prop, if you like this tool, you can go to to the link in my bio, outlier.bet, sign up, get a free week. Okay. And if you like to move forward with it, go ahead and be my guest. He's 7-10 to this number on the rebounds and assists. Head to head versus this team. Head-to-head versus this team is at 10.5. He hasn't hit the head-to-head. You can also look at the rebounds. Shout out to my guy Patrick. He was on his rebounds. He's hit his rebound prop in 4 of his last 6 games, sitting at 5.5. And then the assist prop, probably wouldn't go to the assist prop alone, but if you're looking at his rebounds and assists in this matchup, I think it's a go, right? I like everything. I even like his points. His points probably going to be my favorite play, to tell you the truth, in his portfolio. Next, you can look at, of course, you can look at rebounds and assists, or points, rebounds, and assists for Paulo. They're definitely in play, right? So rebounds and assists for Paulo. His prop is sitting at 11.5 right now. Head-to-head versus this team. He hasn't hit this number. He hasn't hit this number. He only had 3 rebounds. So if you want to tip him your expectations in this spot, I see you can. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the name of the game with Indiana Pacers is points. And last time these two teams played, he went over to 23. So I like his points, right? I like his points. All right. So those are 2 plays that I'm looking at. I'm gonna keep it moving. The Orlando and Indiana Pacers side of things are self-explanatory. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Tyrese Halliburton had 14 assists against these guys in 3 of his last 5 games. But this new look, let's see, 3 of his last 5 games. But versus Orlando on the 19th this year, the only game they played, he had 3 assists. He ended up playing 25 minutes that game. I don't know what happened that game. I might have to go back and check and look, right? So next game here, we're looking at the Denver Nuggets at Charlotte Hornets, right? So right off the back, the usual suspects again, man. What I do want to look at here is the 3 ball, right? I want to look at the 3 ball for Terry Rozier. Right now, you can look at his threes right now. The makes, let's see, the attempts for him. Let's see, last 10 games, 10 attempts for 8 attempts, 5 attempts, 11, 6, 13. So you get the drift. It's a 3-point shooting league, so it is what it is, right? Last 10 games, he's cooled off a little bit in the 3-point area, but he's due. He's due to hit 3 right now. Head to head for this versus this team, he hasn't been hitting that number, but I lean towards the over, right? And you can also look at it raw points for him. If you don't want to get to the threes, you can definitely look at raw points. His points prop right now is sitting at 23.5, which he's 6-10 to this number in his last 10 games, right? Next player I want to talk about from this game, from this side, is going to be none other than truthfully, it's going to be Nick Richards. As long as he stay out of foul trouble, I think he can hit his points prop. His points prop sitting at 7.5. He's hit this number 3 of his last 4 games. Head to head, he's hit this number 2 of his last 3 games versus the Joker, versus Denver. I think he can get there. He's been forced into a role that he has to rebound and possibly score, and they're going to need his size, his length out there. As long as he stay out of foul trouble, I think he can get there. And you could possibly look at a double-double here for Nick Richards. I really like to play here, to tell you the truth. Either points and or rebounds or both, or you could take his points and rebounds prop, which is sitting at 14.5. Definitely something that he can hit there. He's hit this number 2 games straight, 17 points and rebounds in both of those games, right? So let's keep it moving on to the and then honorable mention would be honorable mention would be I mean, it's a lot of guys to mention here, but Nikola Jokic, not an honorable mention, but he does smash this team, and this team does give it up to centers. So you can look at the rebounds and assists, whatever the case may be. I don't know how he's been, he's been a little bit, you know, shabby lately, but sitting at 22 and a half, head to head versus this team, his rebounds and assists has been in fuego, like 16 rebounds and 10 assists. Last time these two teams played, then time before that, 27 rebounds and 10 assists, like 19 rebounds and 11 assists, 21 rebounds, 5 assists. That's monstrous. So points, rebounds, assists, all that shit is in play. Be my guest. Take what you want to take. All right. If you feel like Joker's been lazy lately and you don't want to go there, then definitely take a look at um Aaron Gordon. I've been taking his points and rebounds, right? So his points and rebounds, he's 6 of 10 to this number in his last 10, sitting at 20 and a half. Head to head versus this team, he had 28 points and rebounds in both games. I really like the points and rebounds for Aaron Gordon, right? So let me keep it moving, right? That game shapes up for a nice same game parlay game, right? Let's go to the Memphis Grizzlies game, right? We have Memphis Grizzlies and Atlanta, right? So a hell of a same game parlay atmosphere here. I can just leave it like that, right? I'm gonna just probably leave it like that. This is a really nice same game parlay atmosphere. Jaren Jackson, Bane, all these guys. John Morant lean to the over his points, whatever the case may be. I keep pointing out Bojan Bogdanovic. He's been going crazy as of late. I think he hit 7 to 8 threes again last night. He's got 20 points or better in like 6 or 7 straight games. John Morant, this backcourt is not good defensively. John Morant is not the best defender. Sadiq Bey has been rebounding the ball very, very well. And like I said, power forwards have been in a decent position versus this Atlanta team. So you can look at some rebounds for for Jaren Jackson Jr. if you want. As long as he stays out of foul trouble, there's a possibility he can hit his rebound prop. I never take his rebounds, but it's sitting at 6.5. Be my guest. If you want to take it, be my guest, right? So I'll just leave that at that. This this New Orleans Pelicans and Houston Rockets, right? So this is a game I'm gonna probably end up. This is back to back. I might end up tempering my expectations. One prop that I have been playing a lot was the points and rebounds for Jabari Smith. Shout out to Jabari Smith for getting there yesterday. So shout out to him, right? Last 2 times he's faced this team. Oops, let me see. Head to head. Last 2 times he faced this team, he had 13 and 12. He faced this team once this year. He had 13 rebounds and assists. 13 rebounds and points, right? But lately he's been better. You know what I'm saying? Lately he's been better, 29s and 47s, 21s and stuff like that. It's a lean, but I probably just leave it. I might just leave it, right? But haven't really figured out how I want to attack this game. If I might attack this game, I might just go on past this game. Another game here, how I don't know how I want to attack it. Definitely got to watch out for the starting lineups for the Utah Jazz. They hosed me last game. I thought Kessler was going to get the start. He didn't end up getting the start. However, this Toronto team, the usage is concentrated. You know where it's coming from. Last night on the live stream, I pointed out that Gary Trent Jr. 3-point prop, he goes out there and smacks it, right? He goes out there and not only hits the 2, he goes out there and hits 5. I think 6, but I know he hit 5 last time I checked. So either way it goes, concentrated usage here. The spots that these guys really, really ailing in, the Utah Jazz, they're giving up the number 1 assist to the point guard position. So you can look at Schroeder assists. Points wise and points and threes, small forwards, Small forwards, you can see Utah Jazz giving up the 5th most points to the small forward position and the 3rd most threes to the small forward position. That would be Utah Jazz. And you can also look at the points for the power forward position. They're giving up the 5th most points for the power forward position. Also, they're giving up the 2nd most threes to the power forward position, right? So you can look at points and points for those guys. I really don't target, a lot this Utah team for rebounds. See who's in and out, then you can go for it from there. If I'm gonna tell you this, if Walker Kessler gets the start, I like his blocks, I like his rebounds, I like his blocks, and I like his rebounds for sure. All right, he'll be a double candidate, but I like his blocks and his rebounds for sure. All right. And like I said, this small forward and this power forward, that's none other than guys like Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam. So those guys are definitely going to be in play for their points props. Okay. Next game we're going to talk about here is going to be, and do I really have to talk about this game? Like, it's the Detroit Pistons, right? So Detroit Pistons and Brooklyn Nets, right? So right now, some players that I did have singled out from this game here was right. So sliding over here to the point guards, and you guys know what we do. Brooklyn Nets still number 1 in giving up threes to the point guard position. Cade Cunningham, right? So Cade Cunningham, the 3-ball, his 3-ball sitting at his 3-point prop sitting at 1.5 at a minus 160. Couldn't talk you off that. That's a parlay piece right now. He's hit this number 5 out of his last 10 games, and they've been head to head versus this team. He's hit this number 3 straight games, 3, 5, and 5. So I'm looking to keep the train rolling there, right? On the flip side, you could look at what other props that I had at. I have Mikhail. Let's go to Nick Claxton, right? So steals and blocks, whatever case may be, I like that for sure. I have interest in the steals and blocks versus this team because to the center position, Detroit Pistons give up the most blocks and they give up the Detroit give up the 5th most threes. So they're getting better. 5th most steals. So they're getting better and better in the steal and block department, but it's still Detroit Pistons, right? You can also look at the rebounds, right? So wait a minute, steals and blocks versus this team. Last time these two teams played, he had 5 blocks and steals, 3 steals, 2 blocks. However, rebounds, he did have a game where he had 13 rebounds. However, lately he's been, in a rebound prop. Last 5 games, he's had rebounds in 12, 16, 9. His rebound props in that 9.5. Couldn't talk off the double here, right? So I'm gonna like his steals and blocks here. Spencer Dinwiddie, right? Spencer Dinwiddie, I'm gonna like Spencer Dinwiddie's assist prop here. It's definitely going to be in play here. He's been wonderful beyond the art. He's been wonderful in the assist category. And then talking about assists, we can look at the point guards. Points wise, Detroit Pistons giving up the most points to the point guard position. So if you want to look at his raw points prop, be my guest. I don't know if how aggressive he's going to be offensively, but they have been giving up points and assists, right? To the point guard position. So assist prop to the point guard position, they're giving up the 5th most assists to the point guard position. And as you can see, Spencer Dinwiddie has been pretty good, man. Pretty good. Decent assist numbers here, right? Last 2 games been kind of mediocre with his assist prop, but yeah, you pretty much get the drift, man. He went through a stretch right here where he was dropping mega dimes in this spot, right? The only game that he played versus these guys last year, I want to say, he did have 16 assists. I don't know how the fuck he ended up doing that, but he ended up doing that, right? Just to name a few. Honorable mention, Cameron Johnson. You can look at the 3-ball for Cameron Johnson. He's had 3 threes or better in 7 out of his last 10 games. This is what he does. He shoots the threes, does it well. The only lone game that he played last year with versus Tim, he had 3 threes, right? I can go on and on and on, but I'm gonna cut it short right there. The Chicago Bulls and this Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, Cleveland, right? I don't have too much for this game right now. I probably save it for the live stream, but I do have interest in the rebound prop. As long as Jared Allen stays out of foul trouble, I think he can hit his rebound prop versus Vucevic sitting at 9.5. Uh, he's just got to stay out of foul trouble. I know he knows he's important. He rebounds pretty good versus this team. He's got his last 5 meetings versus the Bulls, he's had 4 out of 6 to this number. Double-double is definitely in play here, right? And vice versa. I mean, Vucevic, his rebound prop is in play here versus him. And then, because it's going to be a tough rebounding spot for it's going to be a tough rebounding spot for Jared Allen because, he's got to see Drummond too, man. Vucevic has been eating on the rebounds versus this team. He's got 12 rebounds or more in 6 of his last 8 games versus this team. So I'm looking at the rebound for both centers here, right? You could tease him down a little bit if you want to, right? So that's what I'm looking at right now. Just for right now, doing a drive-by, say the rest of the plays for the live stream. Next game we're going to talk about is the Lakers, right? So this Laker game, there's no Giddy, right? However, we know where to target this team at. This OKC Thunder team, power forwards, right? So power forwards, they're giving up the third most rebounds to the power forward spot. They are giving up the to the center spot. They're giving up the third most rebounds to the center spot, right? That's one thing, right? So Anthony Davis, I don't, yeah, I like. I mean, Anthony Davis has got. Speaking of double doubles, he's got last 10 games. He got double doubles in 9 out of his last 10 games versus this team, right? Not versus this team. I'm sorry. 3 of 5 his last 5 games versus this team, right? Rebounds versus this team. 14, 15, 18, 8, and 8, right? Points is probably where he really destroys this team at. And he's got 30 points. He's averaging a little bit over 30 points in his last 5 games for them. The one game that he didn't hit 30 points was just 13. He had 13 here. He had 29 here. He had 31 points versus his team and 15 rebounds last time these two teams played. I really like Anthony Davis in this spot, right? What else did I have here? And I think I know it was LeBron James. LeBron James in a spot like this, he's coming off some rest. You could look at his points, rebounds, and assists, right? I don't know exactly which one I want to attack here. Maybe the assist is probably the one I want to attack, or rebounds plus assists. Last 10 games, his rebounds plus assists has been looking really, really good lately. 19, 22, 21, 17. It's sitting at 16 and a half. Pace up matchup. As we can see, the pace that this Oklahoma City Thunder, they've been in 6th in pace all year long. 8, Los Angeles Lakers sitting at 8th. LeBron James can have the ball in his hands a lot. Rebounds and assists, I probably like it. Even if you want to get to assist prop individually, I'm going to like that as well. His assist props in at 8.5. I don't know if I'm gonna get there now, to tell you the truth, but his last 4 games he's hit that number. Head to head versus his team, not so. But he's probably got there in his rebound prop versus his team. Head to head, 12 rebounds on the 30th. Last time these two teams played, 8.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists. Both of his props in that 8.5. That's damn near triple double land, right? So that'll put something on your brain too. Triple double. Shaq Alexander, remember there's be no Giddy this game here. So Shaq Alexander is definitely in play here. His assist prop individually is in play. Sitting at 7.5. I don't think he's hit this number. Yeah, he's hit this number 2 of his last 3 games versus this team at 7.5. And then his points prop, like head to head versus this team, sitting at 33.5. I can understand if you don't want to get there, but he can hit this number. He can't hit this number. With no Giddy, he's gonna have to do some work. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more ball handling. So, There you have that. The highest usage players right there. That's who I'm on. D'Angelo Russell, his assist prop is in play. If it comes out at 5.5, I'll pretty much have interest in it, right? And then got to see what's going to happen with the injury news for this Dallas team, right? And I'm gonna like Devin Vassell. His points sitting at 17 and a half. Last time I checked, I think I like it. I mean, I know I like it. 18 and a half, I think you still get that, right? Victor Wembanyama. I like Victor Wembanyama for sure. His rebounds, points and rebounds, all of that, right? I like all of that for Victor Wembanyama. Got to see who's going to be in and out for this Dallas Mavericks team, and then we'll just keep it moving, right? What else we got here? Oh shit. Um, so the Golden State Warriors game was not listed right here on Outlier for me, but I can go to the books. The Golden State Warriors are on this ticket, right? Yeah, Golden State Warriors are on this ticket. Now it's just about self-explanatory. It's the Golden State Warriors, right? I will tell you this: you can look out for man, I forgot the young boy's name, man. Davis, right? I think his name is Davis. He's on the rise. You know what I'm saying? I think he's got double doubles in back-to-back games. You can look at that. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna like the threes for Curry. Shout out to Curry, got on fire last night, and I'm gonna like the threes for the kid. Anthony Simons. I'm really gonna like that. Let's see these guys, and then Anthony Simons, you can look at his raw points, his threes, and his assist prop. You know what I'm saying? And Aiden, his assist prop, his rebound prop is in play. Yeah, so I'll be looking forward to Curry and Simons. You could take both of those guys for 5 threes or better. I couldn't talk you off of that. Last game on the docket here would be the Sacramento Kings on a back-to-back facing Minnesota Timberwolves. There'll be no cat, right? No Karl Anthony Towns in this spot. Interesting play, right? Interesting game. So I'm gonna like Anthony Edwards, man. I'm gonna have interest in Anthony Edwards, right? There's a few candidates for that 1-1-1. I forgot to tell. I got a couple candidates. If you catch the live, I'm gonna bring them to you guys. But I'm gonna give it to you right now. This is gonna be my 1-1-1 candidate right here, where you're gonna get. So they don't have it out right now, right? 1 steal, 1 block, 1 point, 1 assist, whatever. That's that play. I don't know what the odds are going to be like, but Anthony Edwards is definitely going to be one of those plays for me. If you look at, I just generally how I do it. If I like the steals and blocks, then I think it's a go, right? So he's had a total of 4 steals and blocks versus the Lakers, 0 versus Philly. And then he's went 4 of his last 5 games. He's got he's got a steal in 4 of his last 5 games, but he's got a few games where he can go in there and get steals and blocks, right? So I like that. Extra usage, added usage for him. Head to head. 3 out of his last 5 games versus this team, he's got at least a steal in the block. So that's definitely a play. Plus, with the volume, he's going to receive. I'm going to like his points. Head to head, he has some really nice point totals versus this team. He hit this number 3 of his last 5 games, sitting at 29.5, 34, 33, 27, 17, and 35. 3-pointers for him versus this team. Last 3 games he slumped, but prior to that, those first 5 games, 4 out of his 5 games he had. He was getting it in, right? So his 3 balls in play. I like Anthony Edwards today, right? Just self-explanatory. I like Anthony Edwards today. Rudy Gobert. I'm gonna like his rebound prop sitting at 14. He can definitely get there. Double doubles in play too. As long as he stays at 5, so we can definitely get there. At 13 and a half, rebounds at 13 and a half is a lot, man. But it is what it is, man. I'm gonna leave it at that for right now, right? I'm gonna leave it at that for right now. Be safe out there, guys. Be safe out there, guys. Live stream is at it's gonna be, I'm gonna set it for like 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30, something like that, guys. Peace.